Hey, this is Time Bomb, and if it's your first time checking out the channel, hit that subscribe button to catch all the updates. So this is another episode of my salary cap breakdown build series where I'm kind of taking a look at some different builds that I'm doing in salary cap. Now this week, the focus is on running and defense. I kind of wanted to, usually I've been doing kind of more balanced lineups these last few weeks, so this one I wanted to really kind of tilt it in positions just to kind of show what that could be like and see how that kind of does in the salary cap in these games. So the area that I wanted to focus on was having a good running team, which I usually don't do. Like I'm not going to really focus on tanking my offense to just have like a good running game. But we take a look here. I decided to go with my favorite running back of this whole year, this 99 replay David Johnson. I think he's amazing. I love having him. I think he's the best halfback that I've used, that I've played with, and he doesn't fumble for me really. On occasion he might, but I don't run with him in conservative, and he does amazing for me. I use Brady just because he's pretty accurate, hits a couple of those thresholds, and he's low cap, so he's decent to use. I have no wide receivers to speak of at all here. Just this Kobe Hamilton that he's just a 70 that I use because he's pretty low cap and has that move the chains chemistry. That's all I was thinking about with him. And then just cheap salary cap players to get the team in there. A decent line. You can see here my offensive line had some decent players here. This elite center, this team of the week. And I had Dwight Clark as a tight end. He was my main target if I was going to pass the ball. It was just looking for ways to find him. He has a playmaker, and it went okay for me on occasion. It depended on the opponent here. We'll get into that later. Now, this defense is very similar to the first episode defense that I used, except I've upgraded, I think. Instead of Hendricks, I have Anthony Barr, who's great to have him as a user as well. So I kind of just switch between these three on who I'm using, depending on the play, depending on the situation, on what I think that my opponent's going to do. And then I had this Dawkins as an upgrade, I think, over Renfro in episode 1 for that build. So I like obviously Dawkins more. He's faster. He's better with the picks. I don't know, just a better player upgrade there. And then Night Train Lane and Blunt, and then this Julius Peppers has just a little bit of pass rush pressure. Used him in a spy a lot. And I think this defense rather is pretty OP. Like this is essentially everything that I want in a defense, because I can run like a nickel 4-3, I can run a 3-4 with this. Like I feel very confident. Even using this John Timo, that's my secret budget beast. Sometimes in 3-4 using him, but let's look at the playbooks I was using for here. I used the Texans, which I just like that playbook for a more run focused team, and the Vikings defense because I was sitting in 4-3 for the most part with this build. And I liked it when I put it into Mudhead here, which I'll have the links below in the comments, and it was coming up as 1.15 million, so a little bit more than the other teams that I've built so far. I think this is amongst the highest kind of price tag for them, which is it has these some more expensive unlimited legend players, but the price is only going to get lower as the weeks go on and more players come out. I mean, I guess the way that we're seeing right now as I'm showing this, that there's not much content coming out for the game in the next little while other than what's here already. Very bad drop with the movers program, which is seeming like pretty much straight trash. I'm not even interested in doing it like at all. So I don't know, whatever's going on with that. So we should take a look at some of the game footage I have here from playing this team on salary cap mode. Now the first game, unfortunately, I don't have much footage, and man, like usual in these games, I seem to be taking a loss in the first game, and I got beat bad. We see a really weird start, tried to lateral it back, and I got it around the 50. I kind of pounded the ball a little bit and got a field goal, but then almost immediately my opponent, I think he got a pick 6 on me. He goes up 7-3, and I was just never able to recover, and I ended up losing that game 10-3, I believe. I got into the red zone at the end, but I couldn't get the touchdown. The field goal wasn't going to be enough. All right, so now we're getting into the second game here. I have the ball here. See, I'm dropping back. It's rare, and I throw it right to who is waiting to be there for a pick, and I think I threw it uh, like a tight spiral, and like I should have like double tapped it and went up top for it. So again, I've got the ball going up top, looking deep, and I'm able to hit that corner route. So I'm going to get into field goal range, and then I'm going to start running the ball a little bit more, making my way. Man, see, David Johnson doing good. It's weird when I do fumble with him, actually. It's in weekend league. I think I fumbled with him in 2 games in a row, which kind of bummed me out a bit. And I'm just kind of, checking down, running little screens. I'm able to kind of just pound the ball a little bit closer, edging my way, make a nice spin move here as he gets closer. He takes me down at the 2-yard line. Finally, I'm able to just pound it in, tie up this game. So mostly I'm just running the ball, finding David Johnson, using Dwight Clark. But then, even though I was moving the ball, I'm missing field goals. Like, how many times has this happened to me in the third, fourth quarter? I think I missed one in the second as well. I guess it was my lag was just a little off. I felt like maybe it was getting my head a bit. I felt like my opponent was doing something to mess me up, though, and that's why I was missing all those field goals. My defense was playing pretty great, though. I was, like, keeping him really short and underneath. He wasn't able to, run on me too well. Only getting, like, 5 yards at the most, not too much. He's running a little play action, rolling out. I got the pressure coming, hit him as he throws, and I'm able to pick it off here and kind of just like turn it back on him. He makes a big hit, stops me from running that pick six. So it's the fourth quarter. He's running the ball. Even here, he breaks one off finally for a huge run. I kind of back off there and make the other guy comes in and gets the big strip. I'm able to pick it up. So I feel like the game should be over here, but I still am not able to do it. He uses all his timeouts, get the ball into field goal range. I ice him, and he still hits the kick. So we go to overtime, and again, I get into field goal range first, and I miss another kick. Are you kidding? This is, honestly, this whole game is just an "Are you kidding me" episode in itself, because I missed like 4 field goals. I couldn't believe how many field goals I missed. Then I finally was able to get the ball and get it somewhere close enough for field goal range. And when I was able to get it in close enough, pound the ball here just inside the 40s. I'm just getting into field goal range, get that first down. And when I finally do here, I think on my second attempt in overtime, I'm able to win the game. I feel like I got lucky. I wasn't too confident in this team, to be honest. The defense felt good, but just having only David Johnson as running back, it sucked. I realized I need to have more of a passing option. Even though I love running with David Johnson, I'm able to make great moves with him. He's got the spin. He does pretty good in the trucking and juking. Like, he just kind of got it all. But still, it's not enough, I think, for me to win in salary cap. Maybe other people can do it. Maybe I should try to tweak this out a little bit and drop down to a, even like a half, spending on like for a 50 cap running back like Earl Campbell or something like that, the 92, 93 one, something like that in his place, and then upgrading some of those wide receivers, or maybe even just dropping him and upgrading like a Vic quarterback in there. And maybe Mariota, big move, spin move, he gets the touchdown. So I go up 7-0 in this third game here. And, I'm just getting pretty decent pressure with my defense, too. I'd really like to lurk in the middle with that Levante David card. He's actually one of my favorite users in the game. Oh, but look at this crazy tip drill. I get the stop there, and somehow it pops right up to his waiting guy. So he's going to make that big, 50-yard play, get within the red zone, into the 20. And he's rolling out now in the red zone. I make contact, make him throw it away. He's in this red zone, drop him back to pass. Getting all the time in the world. I got to send more pressure. He makes a little short pass outside, gets it within the 3-yard line here, and then he's going to pound it in. Oh, he's not yet. I get another stop here. Doing good in the red zone, I guess. I thought he was going to get that, and he has to throw it to the back of the end zone. And that was a pretty tight pass. I feel like I had enough coverage there looking at the replay that I should have been able to stop him. Here again, I'm running with David Johnson, get great blocking, work him outside, cut back in with the spin move, and I think that's going to be all the... Yeah, he's got the user coming at me, and I cut back at the last second to get in for that touchdown. Nice little stick work from Time Bomb there. But he's coming pounding back, 7-14. He's got the ball. He's working it past the 50. Doing a decent job containing his run, at least, keeping him to under 10, not letting him break it off. I'm stopping him, he's holding him, he's just pounding the ball on me. Now he's dropping back to pass after quite a few runs. Just wastes it, throws it to nowhere. Again, he's dropping back to pass. Wow, he kind of threw that right over my DB's head, and then luckily I hit him on contact there. He tries to throw it short outside, and that's just going to get stopped. Still down 7 here, so he's really trying to pass. We're getting like under a minute left in the fourth. 3rd and 7, dropping back to pass again. Over the middle, gets that first down. Still, I'm doing a good job. He hasn't been able to really get anything except that weird bobble pass up to get deep. He's inching closer, but under 40 seconds. Ooh. How does he catch that over those 2 guys? He's inside the 20 now. 25 seconds. There's another one up. Okay, good coverage there. Good coverage. I'm into Tampa 2 now. Watching the middle, right into the end zone, bobbled. Ooh, I'm going to pick off that one. That's a big play. That's going to get me that win now because he's got no timeouts left. I'm able to just kneel this one out for the win. So, feeling a bit more confident with my defense in this one, but not feeling so confident with my offense. Running with just David Johnson, anyone who's decent is going to pick up on that tendency that that's essentially my whole offense, and if they can start to adjust and shut that down, that I really only have Dwight Clark to look to, so it's not really giving me much options. So here we are in the 4th game. I've got the ball. I'm dropping back. See a nice little corner pass inside to Dwight Clark. Early in the game, I'm able to find him. Now I'm running out to the left here, and I'm just cutting back in. Smart not to use a spin move. That's when you fumble, if you try to spin when there's a couple of guys there. And then I just have this terrible pass at that out route with such a low wide receiver. He just doesn't break on that properly, and it makes Brady just throw it wrong. And then I'm able to pick it off, though, on the next possession. We see this weird play where he has to come touch me on it. He's got the ball again, though. After that, I'm unable to do anything. He's rolling out again, looking deep. And again, I get another big pick. So my defense is getting it done in this game. Just every time I have the ball, I'm not able to do anything with it. Look at that. I throw it into like double coverage. Of course, he picks me off and runs it back for an easy pick 6. So I go down 7-0. I can't do anything the next time I have the ball, punts it away, and he's able to break off this huge run here. I can't believe he broke that first tackle. Then he burns me on the spin move. I'm not able to catch him with the last man. I'm down again, 14-0 here. And this is where it gets crazy because I'm so dumb. You've got to be using your hands, team. Like, early in the game, you have to be going into onside kick and salary cap mode and then adjusting into your return. Because look at this. I fumbled the ball twice in a row. Like, that's such a dumb mistake to be doing that. And both of those, that leads to points. So I'm down 28-0 in this game. Finally, I'm able to do that scrubby little kick return to get it. And I break off a nice little run with David Johnson, do that spin move on my own, get into the end zone, and then Corsi comes driving back. But then I kind of pick up on something, and I get a big, pick 6 here the other way. But this is just so little, so late in this game. It doesn't matter at this point, so I'm gonna lose this game huge. I think I ended up losing it like 34 to 14 or something, 13. I think I went for a 2-point for no reason that I should have in this game, and I ended up losing it. So I don't like this salary cap build. I'm not crazy about it. I think it probably does need to be tweaked if you're gonna use it. Maybe drop down. I love using David Johnson. Like I said, he's my favorite running back, but he's just not enough for me in this build, I think. So I would need to tweak some things for sure. I don't know. Maybe I should have just dropped my quarterback altogether and just really tanked him and then upgraded some wideouts or maybe even my blocking more. There's not much room there, I think, with Brady because he's only a 43 cap anyway. What am I going to use? Like a 25 cap or 15 cap silver? I don't know what the call is there. That doesn't make much sense. But there's definitely some sort of tweaking that can be done here to improve this lineup even more. So, leave your suggestions down below, what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see in a salary cap lineup. And, hit that like button if you're down with this series. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll be back with another salary cap lineup soon. Thanks a lot for checking out the video. I'm in Time Bomb. Catch you later. I'm about you, baby. Yeah. I'm